Hello my friends and very welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about 4 reasons why Australia is better than America. Let's get started.
I think Australia is better than the US is because the wages here on average are much higher. If you have an average to lower salary or you're working a minimum wage job, you're probably going to get paid much better here. The minimum wage is about 16, 17 US dollars an hour, which is double that of the US currently.
Absolutely. The Australian minimum wage is just through the roof. Through the roof. Because you do not have to work hard and you get paid really, really well. You could be 16 years old, working part-time, still pulling in a few $100 a week. Which means by the time everyone is 18 in Australia, we've got a few grand saved. We go traveling, and with Asia cheap as chips, Bob's your uncle, we're up the road, we're having a good time, and we've got the finances to pay for it. The workplace has to pay a certain percentage of your wage on top, which goes to your pension.
Chicken salt and chicken chips. Pretty much, if you order French fries, or chips as they call them here, at most restaurants, they are gonna put chicken salt on them. This is different than regular salt, and it is so freaking good. Like, it is the best invention, I don't know, the best thing since sliced bread. It's like salt, but has some flavoring to it, and it's so good, and it fits so well on chips. I also think there's some other things you could put it on. I kind of want to try like putting it on like my popcorn.
Chicken salt. Have you ever had chicken salt? Way it soaks into the chippies, and on the newspaper carton when your fish and chips come from the chippy. Whew, winner winner, chicken salt dinner. And kangaroo jerky. And crocodile jerky, emu jerky. We pretty much eat everything. We are a bunch of uneducated carnivores, mate. We just love to put food in our mouths and have a good bun.
Now this next one is a bit more serious, and that is their healthcare here. Australia, like pretty much every other first world country on earth besides America, has a universal healthcare system. And I know this is a point of debate in America, but I can say from living here that I truly believe this is a better system than what we have in America. You're just not worried about how much it's going to cost when going to the doctor, and you're not going to avoid the doctor for medical care you need because of the expense. I'm not from a poor family. Like, I'm from a very like typical like middle class family that lives in a suburb. We had good insurance, and it was still something that was a struggle for me. I could go on and on about why it's so much better, but 2 other minor reasons is, one, like the #1 cause of bankruptcy in America is financial bills. Like, I don't think anybody should have to go bankrupt for getting sick. No joke, I have had many non-Americans say to me that in some ways they think America is a third world country because of their healthcare system.
Healthcare system in America is completely whacked. They call themselves a land of the freedom, but they are too scared to go over outside, fall over a rock, break the leg, and have to go bankrupt for it. If you're homeless and you got cancer, they won't treat you. They will not let you in hospital. You will die painfully of cancer on the street. If you don't have medical insurance, you are fucked. Because shit happens. Bad things happen to good people, good things happen to bad people. You don't want to get caught out being one of those good people, doing your job, providing for your kids, trying to live your good life, break your leg, lose your job, end up homeless.
What about Australia?
We don't pay for shit. We earn good money and we have a Medicare card. I don't remember the last time I paid for a doctor's bill. I mean, we have to pay for medication from the pharmacy and whatnot, but even that gets rebated to a degree. And the thing with Australia, like, I've been to doctors, not in America, but I did go to the doctors in Canada. They have healthcare and they're good, but the type of people up there, the doctors, they didn't give a shit that I was sick or unwell. They limited if you were sick for 3 reasons, you had a sore back, a common cold, and an ingrown toenail, you can only go to the doctors in Canada for 1 thing at a time. And you have to pay for your 1 appointment. So if you need 3 things checked out and your doctor's appointment is $150 per appointment, that's 3 appointments, 3 lots of $150 to get checked out. In Australia, the doctors care about you. You book your appointment, if they can't deal with it, they book an appointment as soon as they can for when it does matter, and they deal with your problems. If I go to the doctor and I have 10 problems, they will deal with my 10 problems for that 1 visit. Unless they can't. But in Canada, they don't see you as a patient who needs help. They see you as a customer who's ready to pay money.
Here in Australia, it is just way more international, and I feel like it's more accepting of other lifestyles. Or I should say like alternative lifestyles. Not even alternative, just anything that's not like the status quo, like the typical thing to do. Yeah, I just feel like you can be yourself here more without having judgment. I think we're kind of bad at that in America. There's a lot of like expectations of like how you should live.
I sit there in the bush, gonna have some witchy girls, gonna pop open a Barbie, throw a porn on there, you know what I mean, eh?
Get down there, have a good swim in the water, have a beer, have a barbie, chill out with your mates, sit on the old camping deck, knock back 1-2. You'll be alright. Bob's your uncle, mate. Like a donkey's dick, you're on board. Yeah, Aussies are a pretty multicultural bunch. Melbourne's the biggest Greek capital in the world outside Greece, so there's more Greeks down in Melbourne than anywhere else outside of Greece. You hear a Greek person speaking English in Australia, they just talk like this, baby, come down here, eh? Australian Greeks, they talk like a TV show called Fat Pizza.
Hello, Paulie Falzoni from the Fat Pizza Shop. I'm the boss.
We've also got a huge Asian community. Obviously, Australia is just a hop, skip and a jump just over the pond away from Asia. So we get lots of Filipinos, lots of Thais. It's quite common for an Australian fella, if he hasn't been married by 40 or 45, goes over to Thailand to have lots of good times, falls in love with the first woman who looks at him, pays her $50 and she comes home too. 30% of Australia's population was actually born overseas. So even though we're a baby country, almost half of us, just shy of half of us, weren't even born in our own country. A population of 26 million people, and 30% of them are from somewhere else. It's safe to say you can go there, have your own area, have your own privacy, and be very welcomed by all. If you speak crappy English, people will generally take their time and help you and point you in the right direction. We're a good bunch of people, for the most case.
Thank you very much for watching our video, guys. Please put like, dislike and comment below if you would like to know any other interesting facts about Australia or any other country, dating culture. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, press the notification bell, and I'm gonna see you next week. Shut up!
America, they don't care about their people. It's just a matter of get rich or die trying. You are dead.